Sacrificing yourself for others' well being. And understanding that sacrifice is the act of giving up something valuable, such as time, possession, or comfort, for the sake of others' greater good. While self sacrificing is voluntarily unselfish act, giving up one's own needs, desires, or well being for the benefit, protection, or welfare of others, or for a cause that involves prioritizing others over oneself, often requiring personal discomfort and cost. When you consider that a daily compromise is a routine, often a small adjustment or concession made in daily life, typically within a relationship's work or personal routines, where an individual settles for less than the original preference to reach an agreement to maintain harmony and accommodate others, that represents an equal give and take approach. So you have to figure out, is it equal or is it imbalance? Are they adding to your life or are they subtracting from your life? I could resonate with the self sacrifice. I'm not selfish. So I found myself in that position, self sacrificing myself a lot because they knew how nice I was. You know, they knew I was going to say yes. And it was so hard for me to say no. I don't know why, but it was easy for me to say yes than no. Then I had to think about why I didn't choose no. Because in my head, I didn't want to do it, but I still did it. Then I thought about that led to the abandonment issues that I experienced as a child. So I was fearful of losing the people that I love if I said no or pushed them away. So I self-sacrificed myself. I realize that now. And I could relate to the daily compromise, being in relationships, trying to compromise with your partner that don't even want to even consider compromising just to keep the peace. But then I realized that it leads to resentment. You know, it changes your heart. So you got to pay attention into what positions people put you in, because as long as you understand that sacrifice is the act of giving up something valuable, and that's your peace, you know? So you got to pick and choose who you allow in your life. You got to pay attention to the ones that disturbs your peace. Those triggers are for a reason. That's your body telling you what's going on. Like, pay attention. You know? I learned to listen to my body now. And I recognize where I developed these habits from. And that's from watching my grandma raise her children and then sacrifice herself to raise her grandchildren, because her children lack in some part of their life in taking care of their children. So I get it. I understand. And most black people know that the grandma is the backbone of the family. I had two moms, my grandma and my mom. And I was raised to call my mom by her first name and my grandma mom. Then when my grandma passed away, I wound up calling my mom mom. Even though we wasn't as close as I was with my grandma. But I had two women in my life, two strong women. You know? I didn't know they was unhealed. But now that I'm healing, I understand. I understand what healing feels like, and I understand what unhealed energy looks like. So now I know to help my kids help themselves. You know? It's just pay attention to avoid losing your peace, because you could easily lose your peace by self-sacrificing yourself, putting yourself in situations. If you feel like you don't want to do it, say no. It's okay to say no. Now I'm learning how to say no. Ashe.